News broke while I was on vacation. How could that be?
How dare they?
Bennifer, tie the knot. Jennifer Lopez, who is now Jennifer Affleck, by the way. She wants to be called Mrs. Jennifer Affleck. She changed her name on
J-Aff.
Yeah, she's Jaff now. She's J-Loaf. Right? If she's Jennifer Lopez Affleck. They ran off to Las Vegas and got married. And supposedly they just wore stuff that they already had in their closets and ran off and did it at this little chapel right as it was the stroke of midnight. And then they went on this lavish cruise on the Seine with their children.
Okay. I don't know how invested we're supposed to get in an actual Jennifer Lopez matrimony at this point, but I wish those crazy kids all the luck in the world.
Why can you not be the hopeless romantic that she is?
How many husbands is this?
This is her fourth.
Okay.
Hope springs eternal. This is the one that was meant to be, though. They were waiting for each other. So anyway, yes. so that happened. Hey, I got married in Las Vegas 25 years ago, and I'm still married.
I'm not judging the venue. That's the least of this.
So that happened. And then, of course, also Comic-Con happened in San Diego, where, everyone trots out their stuff for the next century, the multiple phases of MCU, which we have to look forward to or not.
Marvel movies until we die.
Yeah. Phase 6 is just like more Avengers. Like there are 2 whole Avenger movies coming out in 2025.
Yes. One of which will be directed by Daniel Destin Cretton and one will not, apparently. So
yeah, it just sort of feels soul crushing. Like some of it looks really cool. And I'm excited about Loki season 2, for example. The Wakanda Forever trailer is beautiful and thrilling. I know you didn't watch it.
I did not, but I hear great things.
It's really good because it's stirring and it's gorgeous, but it doesn't tell you anything.
I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone.
It finds that perfect sweet spot of like teasing what's going to be cool about it without actually giving away the story at all. And the last shot of it, like you see like little vibranium claws coming out, but you don't know whose hand that is. So whose hand? Who's going to be the new Black Panther? Also, Mahershala Ali as Blade, the Agatha series, which is not called Agatha all along for some reason.
I bet they use the theme song anyway.
They better.
If they know what's good for them.
We revolt if they don't. So there's that. Another Fantastic Four movie is coming out.
Yeah, good luck with that one, guys.
Oh my God. Like, why do they keep going back to the Fantastic Four? Like, who wants this? I don't get it.
I mean, the comics are great. And somebody on Twitter said the ideal way, I think, that no one wants to do is family/workplace sitcom. Because that's the whole point of this thing, is that they're like interrelated. You've got like siblings and spouses, and they drive each other nuts, and they are all they have this headquarters together in New York City, and they're constantly butting up against each other and getting on each other's nerves. And the wife has a boyfriend who lives under the sea. Like there's all these things that you could do with that. And then the movies are just so sort of like square-jawed heroics, which is not what the Fantastic Four are really about. So, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe the fourth time we'll get lucky.
Is it the fourth time? There's the Yohan Griffith one. There's the Miles Teller one.
There's the Roger Corman one.
Oh.
If you've never seen it, it's a doozy. He apparently held the rights for a hot second, and it was one of those things where he had to make a movie in 2 months or he was going to lose the rights. So of course it was Roger Corman. He made a movie in 2 months.
Let's get it done.
And weirdly enough, there are aspects of that movie as just bargain basement as it is that are actually kind of the best of all of the Fantastic Four movies.
I bet because it's like Gonzo. I also have the third Ant-Man and the third Guardians of the Galaxy movie coming out in 2023. So it's just like more stuff. And we'll do the TV series on our Patreon. I'm psyched for Loki. I'm psyched for Agatha. So we'll get to the stuff. So that's all happening. Also, this past week we got a new trailer for Andor, which we will be talking about on our Patreon.
They can't imagine that someone like me would ever get inside their house.
But they've moved the release date by a month. It was going to be at the end of this month, middle of this month, and now it's September 21st.
Oh, okay.
And we're getting 3 episodes.
3?
It's that Hulu model, right? Where you get the first 3 in one day and then it's one a week.
I thought you meant 3 total.
No. There's like 10 total.
3 in a day. Gotcha.
But the first 3, it's like what they do with, Panda Tommy or whatever.
The great. Yes. Okay.
So
that makes sense.
We will do that. Did you watch the Will Smith video?
I haven't yet. I've been putting it off because it's just the very idea of it I find just kind of cringy. Tell me all about it.
There is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment.
It's just so artificial and it seems so insincere from the very start. And it almost draws attention to his artificiality from the beginning because it's like an empty chair on what is obviously a set, and then he comes and he sits down and he answers questions, but we don't know who is posing the questions. It's just like a bunch of random questions like
is he reading off his phone or do you hear a voice?
No, they just it's like he's reading them from somewhere because there's like a stilted kind of
so he's interviewing himself.
But we don't know where the questions come from. They're very generic questions like did Jada encourage you to go up there, or has Chris accepted your apology? Just very generic, like the ones we all want to know, but there's no source of them. Anyway, he answers them and he talks about how disappointing people is the thing that drives him, like that fear of letting anybody down is his main inspirational force in life. So the fact that he did this, he talks about how ashamed he is for taking that time away from all the other nominees, all the other winners. Like he says, I can still see Questlove's face. I can see the look in his eyes, but he couldn't stop himself in the moment. And now, like 4 or 5 months later, with some hindsight, he has perspective. I don't know. It all seems insincere and kind of like he was forced to do it.
Probably. And at the same time, it's kind of like, oh, wait, they stopped talking about me. I need to dredge this up all over again.
Maybe.
It's like, yeah, I don't know what the answer here is.
There is not one. Paul Haggis's sexual assault case in Italy has been dropped. A woman in Italy had accused him of assaulting her over the course of days, and he was under house arrest there recently.
Right.
And now this panel of judges, this appellate judge panel, has said that there's not enough evidence, and so they've let that case go. But then the case in New York is still going to trial in October. That was supposed to have been a couple years ago, but then of course COVID delayed it. So that is still on track.
Gotcha.
We have that. Everything Everywhere All at Once has passed a cool milestone. It is the first A24 film to make $100 million globally.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That's excellent.
Yeah. The previous one was Hereditary, had made $79 million globally. So this is the first one. I mean, Everything Everywhere came out in March and is still playing in various art house theaters, including several of the ones we've done shout outs to. So, and
it's on demand and on physical media, but it's still in theaters. So I think that really speaks to not just the success of the movie, but the experience of seeing that movie on a big screen that people really crave.
White Noise, the new Noah Baumbach film, is going to open both Venice and the New York Film Festivals. You are going to Venice, are you not?
I am indeed. Well, knock wood. It's like, assuming I don't get COVID between now and then, obviously, but I'm doing my best not to. So.
Don't even say the words out loud. Don't even like manifest it into the universe. Just
You're right. That's science. Yeah, no, that is the plan. And I'm actually rereading White Noise because I read it like when it came out, then I've totally forgotten what happens. So,
So there you go.
I'm being Christy Lemire reading the book before I see the movie.
It's so nice to read a book sometimes. I read an actual book on vacation. It was really exciting.
Oh, good.
And then we have a few people who died while I was gone. Paul Sorvino. We saw the moving tribute to him, like from when Miro Sorvino won the Oscar, and the video of him just collapsing into sobs.
No.
So he died. Tony Dow, there was some weird confusion with him. Like it was reported that he had died. This is of course, Wally on Leave It to Beaver, and then he didn't, and then he did.
Right. It was in hospice, but then he actually did die, and his wife confirmed it. Yeah, that was sad. Filmmaker Bob Rafelson, who was one of the creators of The Monkees, and then was one of the partners in BBS, which was the production company that produced 5 Easy Pieces, which Rafelson directed, but also Easy Rider and The Last Picture Show. So he's kind of a big architect of the new Hollywood of the 1970s. Larry Storch from F Troop, and
Nichelle Nichols.
Nichelle, that's, yes, the huge one. Obviously pioneering actress. I mean, like MLK was a Star Trek fan because of Uhura.